Are you looking for inexpensive ways to find more qualified leads to market to? I'm Amy Walker. I'm a small business strategist, and I help you be able to grow your business while maintaining balance with your personal life. And today I am showing you one of my favorite tools for getting qualified leads at a low price. It's LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's one of the best tools that I know, and I can't wait to share it with you. Today, I'm showing you how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to create a targeted lead list with your ideal clients that you can use to grow your business. For all the tips that you need to grow your business and maintain life balance, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that we can let you know when new content comes out every Tuesday. Everybody wants more qualified, vetted leads for their business. And the great thing is LinkedIn has over 500 million active professional users in their database, and they have built a tool to let you search it. You can search by industry, you can search by size of the company. They've got a lot of targeted searches that you can do, so you can find the leads, you can save the leads, you can reach out to the leads, and you can utilize it as a starting point for your marketing campaigns. So before we jump in, I want to ask from you, are you new to Sales Navigator, or are you currently using the platform and looking for ideas to use it better? Go ahead and type that into the comments. I'm really excited to announce that we have just released our latest ebook, The Ultimate Guide for Growing Your Business on LinkedIn. So if you need more strategies, want to know what types of reach out scripts are using, how to really fully utilize the platform, make sure you click into the description and go ahead and get that ebook for free. You can do that today. All right, let's jump into using Sales Navigator. The first thing that you'll need to do is get Sales Navigator. So you can, if you just do a Google search and search for how to buy LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it will take you to this page, which allows you to start a free trial. And then you can choose between a personal edition or a team edition. So the professional edition is for individual sales reps, and team is for the whole team. And then it will tell you about what the program can do and give you some information here. And then you can get started with your free trial just by clicking. Once you get done, then you have a price per month or a price per year. We have always used the price per month feature. I have had clients use the price per year feature. I think for us, the reason we've used the price per month is because we are not constantly running Navigator campaigns. So we use this on a project basis. So if we've got a campaign that we're running, we'll have the Navigator on. If we don't, we can turn off Navigator, and that way it's not an ongoing expense. I also think when we first signed up, I don't know that they had the price per year option. So this is what it allows you to do here. So you'll want to go ahead and get signed up for your free trial, and that will allow you to test it out and make sure that it's something that you're actually going to use. Now, once you have it, then you are going to go into LinkedIn, and I'll show you where to find it. Okay, so we are officially on LinkedIn here, and the place we're going to find it is just along the top. So if you go all the way to the right, here is Sales Navigator. You click into it, and now here we are inside of Sales Navigator. So now that we're in, we're going to do our first search. So let's say that we want to search for financial planners. We simply type that in, and it's going to come up with a lead list. So it's telling us that there are 180,000 people listed as financial planners. Now we're going to come in and we're going to do a filtered advanced search. So we can go in and look at past lead and account activity, and we can remove saved leads from the search. We can remove viewed leads from the search. We can remove contacted leads from the search, and we can search within saved accounts. So let's go ahead and remove contacted leads from the search and see if that breaks it down at all. It looks like it only cleared one for me. So I have never run a campaign, it looks like, for financial planners. Next, we're going to go into geography. And this will make a difference as well. Let's say that we want to focus on the state of California. So let's go in now, and now we're looking at all financial planners in the state of California.
and we're down to 14,399. Now we can go in by relationship and we can look at first degree connections and second degree connections. So that has taken my lead list down now to 804, which is definitely a more manageable amount, but we might want to focus this even further. So we could search by a specific company, we could search by specific industry, we can search for seniority level. That might be helpful. Like for me, I would probably only want to work with business owners or partners, because those would be the decision makers if they were going to bring me on as a consultant to work with them in their business. So now we're down to 281 results, and this is definitely a more manageable list. Other things that we can do the company head count. So we can see how many team members they have. Maybe we know we want to work with bigger companies, and we can put in, we only want the companies with 1,000 and more. Or we can say, you know, I really love working with smaller companies. I want to work with people that have under 50. It's up to you how you want to do that. You can also search by title or function. Let's see what function is. Business development, operations, entrepreneurship, media and communications, finance, education, sales, community and social services. You could search by that if you wanted to. You can search by their title, and then tags. These are tags that you can assign to your lead list. So you create those tags and can assign that to people. So I'm going to go ahead and save this search now, because I feel like what we've got a fairly good size list. 281 leads is a good amount. So let's go ahead and save this search, and we're going to save it financial planners, California financial planners. Okay, now we can go into the list. Now at this point, all you have is the list. We don't yet have the strategies for what you're really going to do. I'm actually going to make that video next, so stay tuned for next week. That's a cliffhanger right there. But what we're going to do at this point is you can start sending connection requests. So this person is a second degree connection, which means that we are not personally connected. So I can click on her, and now I can see a little bit more about her. So she's in Sonora, California. She has over 500 connections, 135 shared connections, which means we've got a lot of people in common. I can look at her education. This is all data mining, by the way, getting to know the people you're reaching out to. And then I can see anybody that could connect us. And from here, I can go through and decide if I want to message any of these people to ask them for an introduction. Now, if I actually knew personally some of these people, I may do that. Most of these are just people that I only know through social media, as I'm scrolling down and seeing that. These are all just social media connections. So I probably won't worry about that in this instance. Okay, so this is interesting when we look through the experience. This right here is something that is actually, this position right here is something that's definitely on my mind, because I've been caring for my grandmother who has Alzheimer's. So that might be something that, you know, we could have a conversation or a connection around. She's also an author, which is great. So that might be somebody that I'd want to interview on my show. She's got some media appearances here, so I could watch some of her stuff. And really, it just gives me a lot of information about this person. She's got her endorsement, so I could give her an endorsement. I probably would not give her an endorsement without watching some of her stuff first. And I can see her interests there, and then there's similar leads to her. So that really shows me a lot about her. Okay, so another thing that's useful to know is over here I have Faith's contact info. I have her website, her Twitter handle, and it says show others. She does not have a phone number or email listed, but you'd be surprised how many people do. So that tells you how to get in touch with her. So now we have a couple of options for how we want to connect with this person. So the first thing that we can do is we can save her and just save her as a contact into a specific lead list that we want. I'm not going to do that. The second thing that we can do is we can message her, and this would be a message through InMail. You have a certain amount of credits that you get each month to message people through InMail, so you can send her a message that way. So if I click on these three dots over here, it will give me the option to connect. And as you can see right here, it's asking for include a personal message, which I always recommend. And then it says that her email is required to connect. That is a setting that she has on her account because she doesn't want people to connect with her that she doesn't know. So this is actually somebody I probably wouldn't reach out to because they're wanting to use Navigator differently, and I don't obviously have an email address. So let's go back to our searches, and we'll find one that does not pop up on, so you can see what that option looks like. So let's look at the next person. Again, we actually want to look at them and see more about them, people that we have in contact, a little bit about their background. She also has some content here, 3 simple steps to help prevent fraud. So I can go and I can look at that. Oh, she's got another thing here, behind the brand, pro spokeswoman. So it gives me a little bit of an opportunity to get to meet her before I then go and reach out. And I see that she does retirement planning, estate planning, asset allocation, and she's got some good recommendations there. So just find out a little bit about the person before you go. Obviously, I'm not taking a ton of time because this is just an example and I'm not really even sending these requests. But again, I can check on and I can see, I can send her an in message, or I can click on here and click connect, and she is open to a connection. So this would be somebody that I could send an invitation to connect. So that moves us into our last piece of advice in this video, which is how do you send a good connection request? I want to just take you on a little tour of my inbox in my LinkedIn account and help you understand why this matters. So I get a ton of messages in here, and most of them are just kind of impersonal, kind of they're just not that personal. Like, I don't know what to say. And if I look at my connection requests right now, there's going to be a lot of them that haven't really sent messages. So this person did send a message, this person didn't. So it matters, I think. A lot of people actually won't send you or won't let you connect with them unless there's a personal message. Some people really care about that. So my strategy with the personal message is just that, keep it personal. Okay, so I actually paused this and went and watched one of Brittany's YouTube videos on fraud prevention, which was great. I highly recommend it. So that way I have something to actually talk about with her in the message. So I'm gonna say, hey Brittany, looks like we have a lot of friends in common. So I checked out your profile, loved the fraud prevention video. You are great. Well, I was just about to say you're great on video, and then I thought that actually sounds slightly creepy when you don't know somebody. So always edit things through the creepy filter. But I would say just subscribed to your YouTube channel and looking forward to connecting here on LinkedIn. And then I'm going to say Amy, and I'm going to just click send the invitation. Now, I think it's important that you take a couple of seconds before you just go through and send out all of these connections. LinkedIn's not a platform that really works like that. And the number one complaint that I'm hearing from people on LinkedIn right now is that it's getting really spammy and really salesy. So the fact that LinkedIn is going to let you search their database and pull up a targeted lead list, that, my friends, is awesome. I mean, let's just look at this again. We have, for somebody, not necessarily for me, but for somebody, this is a great lead list, 281 potential leads in the state of California that are sorted and categorized and you can reach out to. So if you want to really make headway and cut through the noise on LinkedIn, you've got to do a little bit better of a job with your connections. Even just a couple of years ago, you could get away with a little bit more of just sending out blanket reach outs and impersonal messages, and it's just gotten overwhelming with the amount of those. So if you want to do a really good job and get traction from these, I recommend that you do that, where you go through, you find something that is of interest to you on their profile, and then you send them a personal reach out and start building your database. So that's our first step, is to understand what you can do, how to do a search in Sales Navigator, and how to send those initial reach outs. Again, we haven't really gone much into strategy, but I'll be talking about strategy in the next video.
All right, now you have the basics of Sales Navigator. So your next step is to figure out what type of a campaign you want to run in order to effectively start conversations and get engagement going on with these new leads that you've just found. And fortunately for you, if you stay tuned for next week, we are going to release a video that shows you my 4 favorite strategies to convert leads into sales conversations on LinkedIn. If you haven't gotten it yet, don't forget to go get the free ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Business on LinkedIn, for all the tips, even some of my favorite scripts and strategies to help you really start utilizing that platform for your business. And if you want to join a community of entrepreneurs just like you, make sure that you join our private Facebook group, the CEO Spot, so that you can get connected for questions, daily inspiration, ideas, and just continue the conversation in a supportive community. So if you liked this video, please let me know. Make sure that you like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, share it out with your friends in your network. And if this is helpful for you and you'd like to see more content like this, leave me a comment that says helpful, or better yet, tell me what you hope that I will make a video on, and I'll see if I can get that out there in the next round of content. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.